I'm a chess player, a footballer, and a skater. I know that you are missing me a lot and a lot on this Sunday when I was not coming. But here I am, your own RJ Banda. This is my show. This is your show. This is everybody's show, the Banda Show, live on FM 104.8, Voice of Kashmir. Islamabad, Lahore, Palandar, Karachi, in Kashmir or anywhere else, listen to FM 104.8. If you're doing shadowboxing, skating, or doing anything else, listen to FM 104.8 as well. Today the weather was very hot, but then when we seen when in night time we seen that it was raining with a lot of little rain, but not like that when remember that rain, it was flooded. And don't go in that rain because it doesn't tell you that it's done sleepers zones. It just drowned somewhere. And we cannot find it even we come out and seen. So today we have an interesting topic that you never seen. And this topic's name is your favorite. It's about two viruses. Not that virus. Not only one virus. But we're going to tell the differences of... What is the difference of flu? Spanish flu and corona. Today we're going to talk about this. What is the difference in these two viruses? They are same, but they have different symptoms. And I'm going to tell you a thing that just I mentioned, and that's about flu. That one day two scientists, they want to take rest in a camp, but the camp was struck with flu. Just kidding. That's just a working myth. I was just doing a joke with you. That is a big joke. How did that happen? In 1 minute, the whole camp is struck with flu. What? How did that happen? That's just a very big joke. But this kind of in flu, you experience different symptoms than corona. They both look like they are gonna cause the same symptoms, but they are not because their shape is different. Just kidding. Because they both are not same viruses. They don't have the same name. They don't have the same color. They don't have the same shape. They don't have the same conductors. They don't have the same conductors with attached. So they are very big rivalries, if you say it to me. What will happen if one flu person and one corona person, which one is gonna get the most chance for surviving? You might say flu, but flu is not that normal flu. I'm talking about Spanish flu. But Spanish flu is kind of more little complicated because you might think that it's going to be corona, but it's Spanish flu. Because in Spanish flu, you get bloody coughs and your whole skin turns blue. And in corona, you might say that it's flu, but it's corona. That's the very big thing that you want to tell. What is it? Is it corona or is it flu? Like you're infected by corona and you're going to a doctor. You don't know what it is because it's like the flu symptoms. Yeah, it's like the flu symptoms. But if you tell it wrong that I don't have corona and I have flu, you might get the wrong treatments. You can get the treatments for Spanish flu if you tell it's Spanish flu. And the bigger difference. First, let me leave corona first and talk about measles. Look, which one is more stronger? Everybody tell in the comments below that which one is more stronger. Corona is stronger, flu is stronger. That's Spanish flu I'm talking about, not normal flu. Because normal flu, it's kind of just lazy. It doesn't give any that much symptoms. It just gives you flu and you don't die. You can just put that flu for years and you'll never die. So, look, Spanish flu, corona or measles, which is dangerous? Because they all look they're dangerous, but one can be the most toppest. And why? I have to tell you one question. Why do you call it Spanish flu? It should be a flu. Because it was first invented in Spain. It was already in Spain. It first was in Spain. So that's why we call it the Spanish flu. So let's go on to corona. Coronavirus. Why is it called corona? Then virus. It is a virus. And why do you call it corona? Because it has a crown on it. Not that crown that the king wear. It just have you. Do you have seen those spikes? Those look like the crown of that. So we called it coronavirus, and it was invented in a very, I think, a living area of viruses. Where it can be a lot of viruses like measles, flu, which we were talking about, and when we get this corona out and kick it out of the system of us, then in the next video we're gonna make a whole video of viruses. What are viruses and which one is the most toughest? I'm gonna research on that because I don't know really which is the most dangerous, and it's kind of tricky. Which one is flu, which one is measles, and which one is corona, because they all look like they are all same. So like I told you in the first video when I was telling about you the Spanish flu and all those black cholera, but black and cholera, they are not viruses. They are not in the food system of viruses. They are a bacteria. So that's why we're not talking about them. We're gonna make a bacteria's video. I think tomorrow, because we're gonna then finish the whole history of viruses, and then we're gonna go to. I think it's gonna be more complicated for bacteria, because bacteria look like yucky goo, like slime. Just kidding. But they are pretty like yuck. They're very yucky. I don't know how they're made like that, but they are actually yucky in real life. I'm not joking. But the virus's structure is a little pot, not that little pot of our nails. Okay? No, because any little pot you might say it's an insect, because whatever is small, it just also moves. It can be an insect. But we're not talking about it. But now let's go back to our topic about corona. So corona, it was first invented in Wuhan, China. Not those yucky things, not the bacteria. I hate the bacteria topic. But look, the virus is there. The coronavirus, it was first in China, which was an epidemic. But then it spread to all the countries. And it became a pandemic. A big pandemic. It became into a super pandemic. Like it just carrying the whole world and eating all of the parts. Yes, like Spanish flu. Just kidding. But you see the flu is more quietly, not that much stronger than corona, because corona is a little pot of something, and Spanish flu like this thing. It's an oval shape. Spanish flu is oval shape. You can see. You cannot see it, but you can see it very tall in the microscopes because they are small. You cannot see them. They're invisible, but they still are not dead. Not that much dead. Not that much alive. They're just in the middle. In the middle. They're also dead. They're also alive. I don't know how. They should be all alive if they're existing. Then why weren't we were dead and alive? Come on, why? Because we are not viruses. We are humans. And humans do not have that much spikes on them. So that's why Corona is dead. And not that much dead and not that much high. Not that much. I mean, not that much sick. Because it just gets very itchy. But you see that Corona is kind of like a spiky ball. Every virus looks like a spiky ball. But they're not a ball. They go inside your lungs. They're not like a ball would go inside your lungs. If you put those things in your ears, in your eyes, actually I don't put in my eyes, in your nose, in your mouth. I cannot tell you who put in your eyes and mouth because that's a secret. But really go from your eyes, nose, and mouth. I'm not kidding. But some researchers say about Ebola that they don't go only from your eyes, nose, or mouth. They can also go from sweat into your eyes. They can go from tears. Even they can go from breast milk. I'm talking about Ebola, what is going to be in the next video. And that's all about Ebola. And I'm going to tell you more. But today we're talking about Corona. What is the difference of Corona and Spanish flu? But now we know what is Spanish flu. Let's go to the whole topic of Corona. Where did it come from? I told you where did it come from. I told you it is an epidemic and a pandemic. But like all viruses, it needs a target, which is its lungs. The lungs are the most open place where there are no immune cells. That's the big problem because if their immune cells, you can breathe them out. You can breathe the immune cells out because we have a pipe which is fixed to both of the lungs. And just they can come out from here and then they just crawl up and come out. So that's the most very targeting place, very open place for viruses. But some viruses go in the immune system spot where they get killed and you get better in few weeks, not in just one day. That I'm just sick, and when the Corona dies, I'm fine. No, you got to get a lot of time to defeat the virus because the immune cells are kind of weak if you not do that much early sleeping. Like we told Amatullah, we were talking with her and she said that I do early sleep. That's good. Because if you late sleep, more and more your immune cells are getting weak and weak. So try to sleep early. And you know one thing, the biggest myth. I'm going to tell you a story of one thing. This is just a joke, okay? Don't get that much script to it, okay? One day, okay, this is a funny one. I don't want to tell. I will speak one word. I'm just gonna laugh. Two doctors were very tired working on patients. They wanted to go to a camp to rest, but the whole camp was struck with Spanish flu. I'm just kidding. That was just a very big joke. Yeah, I seen it one day, but it was just a joke. I knew that was a joke because there were a lot of myths about these flus, and they're not kind of true. Looking, if it could be true, then you could might see in that country that whole scene in real life, not in these jokes. Okay, and let me tell you another. This is a real one. Okay, it's a real one. Ready for it? That one day, an army was putting some Japanese, some Chinese people inside a very big box. Nobody knew it, because they were workers. And one by one, first coughed and sneezed. First blood coughed and then blew. The second, one by one, they all were getting flu. One by one, like one time, later one body else, and they all. And you know what happens? You know that they blood cough and get blue, but your lungs will get tear on pot. They will be wrecked. And how will you breathe? You'll do, and you will not be able to breathe. Those, you know what we call it, those bulges are gonna break. You might see that Corona is a very big thing. Before I go off, because our time is about to run out, but I have to tell you two things. One, I'm gonna tell you a message. When you put water in the cup, it becomes the cup. When you put water in a glass, it becomes the glass. When you put water in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Be water, my friend. But before we get out of our topic and we are about to end, I want to tell you how to be safe from coronavirus. Look, like we made a lot of videos in Ramadan, how to be safe by coronavirus by Little Hamid. But how can you take virus? How can you live without getting die in this situation, in normal situation, not in Ramadan? Ramadan, we are already fine. Look, why we also had flu, but why didn't we die right now? Because we didn't go outside. We didn't talk to anybody. You should always wash your hands with soap and water and get methyl spirit as soon as possible. That's a poison. Don't drink it. So you can make also your all home sanitizer. You only need some air glove and some aloe vera. We already made aloe vera. So you also need methyl spirit and Dettol. Nothing else. Okay? You just have to mix it up, the aloe vera without the peels, and then put some methyl spirit and eat calcium pills. I just forget that. So this is the things to make this sanitizer, even Dettol, if you want to make some fun. So now look, you have to say from coronavirus, never ever go to some person which are having this type of disease. Okay? And this, you should not shake anybody's hand. Do like this, your feet cheek. And the most goodest thing you want to do is you can do this. You can only hello from a distance. Only hello from a distance, like this. There is a person, and you say hello from a distance, not from here. And don't hug or shake hands, because you know what will happen. Yeah. You will get that corona, but the safest thing to do, if you even have corona on your hands, they cannot go in your hands. They need your help to go. If you put your hand in your mouth, ears, eyes. So I am leaving off, but I'm going to give you a very good message. Bruce Lee said it. It's Bruce Lee's message, that when you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. When you put water in a glass, it becomes the glass. When you put water in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Be water, my friend. I'm going to come after and we'll come tomorrow with another beautiful topic. But for now on, Allah Hafiz.